Namaste and welcome to this video. Teachers, I think all of you are back to work, back to school and managing all your children the way you're supposed to. Of course, it's going to be a little different this time because they are back to school after, I think, almost 18 months, which is a very long time. And it is, I know, a bit tough and challenging for all of you. But being seasoned players, I'm sure all of you are bound to overcome whatever challenges you may be facing right now. I thought of doing a short 3-part series on back to school. So, what is it that has changed? How prepared are you with what you need to do as teachers? And I have also shared a few handy, easy, doable tips for all of you in these, videos on back to school. So I'm going to share part 1 with you. And then, of course, the following weeks will have part 2 and part 3, which you will be able to view. And I would request all of you to please take this a little bit seriously, because with all the experience and all the years of working with teachers like all of you, I just summed up everything and I have put it into these videos for all of you to watch and take whatever suits you and see if you want to try it out. So I would suggest that do keep watching till the end of every video, and hope to hear from you with your comments in the comment section. So I'm not going to take more than what time I have taken. Enjoy the video, learn whatever you need to from it, and do come back with your comments. I will see you at the end of the video. Thank you and happy watching. Namaste and welcome to the 3rd part of the series on back to school. And I hope you have watched part 1 and part 2 and have made notes of whatever has been discussed in those 2 videos of mine. And this is going to be the final one for this series. And yes, you will be coming across many such series or many such videos which are going to maybe help you or maybe ask you to share whatever your experience is after going back to school. So let's dive into part 3 quickly and see what it talks about. Well, I have some interesting tips for all of you, and I request all of you to check them out one by one along with me. So we're looking at the way forward now in part 3. We've done readiness, we've looked at the situation and we've looked at the challenges, and now, okay, there is a problem, if there is, and what is the way forward? So let us see how we can together maybe work towards a fantastic pathway for the teachers and for the students. Simple, you break the ice with the students and help them to come out of their shells, because they've been at home for a long time and they may be hesitant, they may be a little uneasy at school and may not be very comfortable in opening up with you or with their classmates. So use whatever strategy you can, create some strategy where you can I would say thaw the ice or break the ice and make them feel comfortable in class. Build a rapport with the children by encouraging them to share their lockdown experiences. So friends, this is a very good way of making them feel comfortable, because once you start asking them about what their experiences are or were rather for those 18 months that they were actually locked up at home, it is going to give them a chance to vent out what they have experienced or to vent out whatever they may have bottled up for the simple reason that they were unable to share it with anybody at home. Maybe the parents were busy at work and they were not able to give that kind of time to the children. So very important, teachers, to build a rapport. Let them talk. Let them talk, and I always say this to the teachers whenever I have conducted trainings or I have been working along with teachers, that you need to be a great listener. A successful listener is what you need to be if you want to be a successful teacher. Set ground rules for your classroom. You'll definitely need them because things have just gone haywire, and involve your students in setting ground rules. Don't do them all by yourself. Ask them whether these rules are going to help them to achieve better performance, overall performance. Recheck on your children's SEB skills. So what are these SEB skills? I have made it very clear here. Their social skills, their emotional skills, and their behavioral skills. Very important, keeping in mind that they have come back after a long break. So this is something which you need to keep checking off and on while you are in class with them. Forget the curriculum and focus on the learning. In my previous video, I mentioned something about having to focus on what is it that you are going to bridge as a gap. So that is exactly what we are talking about here. Don't focus too much on the portion or what has to be completed. Focus on how are they going to learn whatever they may have forgotten. Well, children's span of attention definitely has come down. We've seen that even in our online sessions with them. They don't sit for beyond 5 minutes. They get restless. They don't want to listen to us. And we have to somehow pacify them to come back, put the video on and be able to see what they are doing. Now this has happened obviously because they've been exposed to the television or the smartphone for a long time. They've been spending long hours, and this definitely has an impact on the teaching effectiveness. So you as teachers have to have your plans in place to overcome all of this. Now what you need to work on is chunking your lessons. So chunking them or making smaller nuggets of what you're going to teach them is of great importance, and I really I would request each one of you to give this a lot of importance. This is also a part of NLP. We are taught in NLP to serve things in small nuggets, break it down to the smallest part that we can, and then you will see that your children are more receptive to what you want them to learn. SFG, we are all familiar with this. We need to create small focus groups to implement the learning. Very important, especially I would not say only for the primary classes. I think it's across all grades, that when they work in smaller groups, they are more comfortable, and I think they're more focused, right? So this is one more tip for all of you. Well, like I asked you initially, have you watched part 1 and part 2? Did you enjoy this series? Do share your comments in the comment section, and this only helps me to, I would say not only helps me, it motivates me to understand where all of you are coming from. If you have any challenges, you're more than welcome to share them, and I can assure you that I will do my best to give you very simple, easy and doable suggestions and tips which can be worked in a jiffy, and you know that there's a sure short result that you will see. Well, thank you so much for having been with me across these 3 parts of Back to School. I am looking forward to doing many more for all of you, and I appreciate your time, and I do look forward to seeing a lot of you interacting with me through the comments. So once again, thank you very much, and do take good care of yourselves. Wishing you all the very best in class with your students. How was it? How did you find the readiness in you after watching the video? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Have you got your checklist in place? Well, these are the questions that all of us should be asking ourselves as teachers when we resume school and have a plan in place so that we don't waste time, we don't falter, we don't have to sit and wonder, oh my God, what am I going to do now? I really don't know how to deal with these children. So I am very sure that all of you have related absolutely well to whatever I have shared in the video. And if you have really enjoyed it, do like it, do comment, and do share it with as many fellow teachers and friends as you can, so that you never know who is going to benefit from one small act of kindness that you make. So with this, I'm going to take leave here. Teaching online is not at all a puzzle if you are a part